It is now March in the middle of the winter. We just had a snowstorm outside. Tortoise has been inside the house now. The heat's on into 72 degrees, the house. The tortoise is inside. It eats almost every day, sometimes every few days. Right now it's eating some broccoli. There's some peppers and some celery. Sometimes I put the Reptocal to make sure it gets calcium, and it's in the house now. But the tortoise isn't that messy. It only poops maybe only once a day, and that's easy to clean up after. Just heard the furnace shut off. But actually, before I started feeding them, tortoise must really like it to be very hot because it was sitting over there by the heat duct. Even though the room is pretty warm, tortoise likes the extra heat because it's got to be like 90 or 100 if you're up next to the vent, the air coming out of there. The tortoise just has this room. It can't go around the whole house. The bedroom door gets shut just to make sure it doesn't get into trouble or fall down the stairs. It stays in this room until the summertime, where it'll be almost permanently in the yard, where it can return to that tunnel it built that I showed in some of my summer videos and even in the fall videos, because the tortoise stayed outside until the nighttime temperatures were below freezing, because that's what they would do in the desert anyways. To escape those very cold nights, they would go into their burrow, which just when built. In previous years, it had to come in earlier because it didn't have a burrow in the yard, but it finally built one, so it was able to stay out there. Even though it was below freezing above the surface, it was probably at least 40 degrees, 50 degrees down there, which is warm enough in the ground, because that's what they would do in the wild. But as soon as daytime temperatures weren't getting above 60, that's when it was time to bring it in the house, because I was concerned that if it wasn't warm enough outside, it would stay down in the tunnel, and we wouldn't be able to get it out. So all's good. It's in the house now. Eating some celery here. No, actually it's moved on. Now it's eating the broccoli. I'm actually going to get some of that Reptocal and put it on some of the celery leaves for when it moves back onto that. Doesn't need much. It just often. Look at that, I don't even have to open it. It was just on the surface of the lid. There, I'll have the wet leaves. Get all that up. I'll clean that up afterwards.